Good morning, good morning, good morning, world. Man, believe it or not, this is my first video that I'm putting on YouTube. And the reason I'm going to do it because I'm watching this dude right here. How to get monetized on YouTube. And he started talking about how to make money uploading content, how easy it is. Just be yourself and all that. So I said, man, let me start telling my story, man. And y'all gonna trip out because this is not the normal video and, me just talking about my life. This is a real life story. This is gonna be, I'm gonna call this one My Battle with Rectal Cancer, Part 1. I think it's December 24th, right before Christmas time. And the reason I figured I'd go and start doing it, I'm going to turn this down so y'all can hear me. I figured I'd go and start doing it because in 2021, about, I guess that's 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago this time, I was diagnosed with stage 2 rectal cancer. And this morning I'm up in a whole bunch of pain. Now the pain I'm in is not from, I don't know if it's from the rectal cancer or what. But I know for the last 7 or 8 months I've been losing weight. I can't show y'all. I'm dressed, I got shorts on and everything, but like I said, I just picked up the phone and started recording. For the last 8-9 months, I've been losing so much weight. I went from 165 to now I'm like 115, man. And I haven't been this big since I was, this small rather, since I was a little boy, probably 12 or 13. I'm in so much pain, man, but I just took a pill, waiting for the pain pill to kick in. But again, let me tell y'all this. What I'm hurting from right now is Thursday. This past Thursday, I had surgery. And the surgery I had was, can you believe it or not, for an abscess. To cut open an abscess. Now, for the last almost year, my hematology doctor has been saying that this abscess is a cancer tumor. Can you believe that? Now stay with me. For the last almost year, I've been stressed. I've been losing weight. I haven't been eating real good. I've been eating pretty good because it's gonna go into that story too. When I've been eating pretty good because I'm trying to get rid of the cancer. So we're gonna lead all the way up to all of that. So I've been eating nothing but greens, fruits, vegetables, are all plant-based diet, plant-based meat, plant-based breakfast, plant-based everything, and all whole grains, drinking nothing but water and cold pressed juices. I got a juicer and been making a lot of juices. I've been fighting hard, man, because the first time that I got diagnosed with rectal cancer, I went through a whole bunch. So I'm going to get to that in a little while. Like I said, this is my first video, man, so I'm going to be rumbling back and forth. Let's go back to why I'm hurting this morning. I'm moving around. because, man, my butt is hurting. I am really sore, and I've been so sore for the last almost year, like I said. And I've been taking everything: Tylenol, Bayer, Motrin, ibuprofen, narcotics that I'm getting from the doctor, all kind of stuff to take away this pain, and it wouldn't go away. And every time I go see my hematology doctor, he's telling me that it's an aggressive cancer tumor that's growing at a real fast pace, and I needed to get it cut out as soon as possible. But the way they want to cut it out, they want to cut my whole anus out, my whole rectum out, and then give me a poop bag for the rest of my life. I'm 55 years old. My name is Lucius. I'm not going to get out my last name right now. I'm going to just tell you that my name is Lucius. I'm 55 years old. And I still feel like I'm in pretty decent shape mentally and physically. I've been doing good, man. I've been living life good and trying to be a good person and doing the right things and trying to stay healthy. But again, for almost a year, they've been telling me that I got an aggressive cancer tumor that's growing. Now, this is at the doctor, and I don't know if I should say which doctor right now, but just say I was at another hospital. And this chief doctor that's been doing cancer work for over 40 years been telling me that I got a cancer tumor that's growing at a very fast pace. I need to get it cut out, my whole rectum, my whole anus, and then wear a poop bag, a colostomy bag, on my stomach for the rest of my life. And man, that has been stressful, because that's what he told me back in 2021. Like I said, I'm going to be back and forth, stay with me. Back in December 2021, he was the one came and told me that I had stage 2 rectal cancer. And their plan was 28 days of radiation and chemotherapy pills. After that, 84 more days of chemo through the vein. I forget the name of that word, intravenously or whatever, but through the veins. Boy, I'm hurting. And after those 84 days, hopefully that the tumor would be then shrunk enough to where they can do surgery to cut it out, and I still wear a poop bag, a colostomy bag, for the rest of my life. From the very first moment I found out that they were saying that I was going to wear a poop bag for the rest of my life, I was going crazy saying, is there any kind of other way? Is there any kind of way you can go up my rectum the other side, go up in there and take it out through that side to where I won't have to wear a poop bag for the rest of my life? But they kept telling me that it's no way. The position it's in, the spot that it was in, there's no way. They would have to cut my rectum, and there's no way they can attach it back together, And usually, some people, their tumors are in places to where they can cut it out, attach the rectum or the intestine or whatever back together, and they can wear the colostomy bag temporarily for a little while. Well, for however long, I never knew. And then when they come back, they can reverse it and attach your rectum and stuff, all that intestine back together, and take the bag off, and you go on living. That's what I was hoping. But they were telling me, ain't no way. the way mine was, the way my tumor was. And I'm gonna stop saying my tumor because I said that. We're gonna get into that later into my videos. That's on down the road because it's not my tumor. It's not my cancer. And doctors will continue telling you that. That's your cancer. Your cancer. Your cancer is getting bigger. Your cancer is spreading, mister. Your cancer is going to get bigger. We need to come in and talk about your cancer. Even the secretary and the nurses, when they send you letters to their house, they send you letters saying, we have an appointment for you to come talk about your cancer. Well, I want to tell you, it's not yours. Give it to God. Give it to God. It doesn't belong to you. You wasn't born with cancer. You wasn't made for cancer. Your body isn't supposed to be with cancer. Cancer is just a word. It's not a death sentence. Like I said, and I think that pain pill is kicking in a little bit. But anyway, back to that. I'm sitting here hurting, man. I'm hurting because I just had surgery Thursday. And I'm going to tell you why I had surgery. Because I fought and I fought and I fought and begged those people at the other hospital, can I be seen by another doctor to get a second opinion? At first, they were telling me, no, there's no way we could send you. They were telling me that they couldn't do the surgery. And the surgery that I'm talking about, that where they go into your rectum up the other way, is called minimal invasive surgery, where they do a laparoscopic surgery with a robot to where they can go up in there and get it, and go up in there and take the tumor out. But they say it got to be shrinked small enough to be able to do that. And according to mine, it didn't matter where it was. They were telling me, no matter what the position and the place it was in, I would have to wear a bag for the rest of my life. That was the only option they kept giving me at this hospital, was to wear a colostomy bag for the rest of my life. Now, from the very first beginning, that's what I was requesting. I was requesting, please, find me a doctor that can do that type of surgery, the minimal invasive surgery, to where I won't have to get cut open. I won't have to go through all this stuff with this colostomy bag, with all the problems that can come with that, all the infection and diseases that can come with that, the uncomfortability of that, all of that being can fall off, not being tight enough, leaking. You don't know when you're using the bathroom. You can sit around and be eating and pooping at the same time. So it's a whole bunch that come to that with that. But we're going to get into that later. Like I said, I'm trying to, get it up. I ain't going to get it all in this first video. Again, this is called My Battle with Rectal Cancer, Part 1. And y'all going to learn a lot about me, man. I'm going to tell y'all what happened to me from the very first time that I went in there, how they treated me along this journey, the way I was talked to. I'm gonna try to help as many people as I can that's going through this. What I did, what I didn't do. And again, from the very first time that they diagnosed me, I did go ahead and go through the 28 days of radiation. And I'm going to tell you why. I was scared. I feared for my life. I had a couple people that had already went through breast cancer and colon cancer. And I talked to a man who was telling me he was bleeding, out his penis, and how he was bleeding through the front, and he ended up wearing a colostomy bag. And I was talking to him on the phone, and he was like, man, I'm getting blessed. You might need to go and do it. You want to live for your family, and you want to survive, man, And since I got my bag, I've been getting blessed. Man, I was like, man, is this my life? Is this what it's come to? I'm going to have to wear a colostomy bag for the rest of my life at my age? And I'm thinking, I'm too young. I'm too sexy for that. You know what I'm saying? Not now, but look at me, man. My skin, like I said, my bones showing, my arms. I'm skinny. I'm 115 pounds, man. I ain't never been like this. And like I said, forgive me for the lighting. This is gonna be a rough video, my very first one. But I hope I get through to somebody right now. Just keep in mind, that C word is just a word. It's not a death sentence. It's not something that you need to be scared of. Which brings me back to that. I was scared. I was in fear of my life. I got kids. I got 3 kids. And I got 4 grandchildren. And all I could think about when that man came in there and told me, it was right before Christmas. Right before Christmas. And they made sure that they got me in there right before Christmas, because that's part of the whole plan. That's just my opinion now. Like I say, that's just my opinion. And I'm going to be giving a lot of my opinions throughout my story. They told me right before Christmas that I got stage 2 rectal cancer. Man, I'm hurting. And when he told me with like a smirk on his face, like, I'm sorry, and I care about you, and I know it's hard to take right now, and all this, the very first encounter. And man, I cried right there in front of another man. I cried and said, man, you got to be wrong. This can't be right. Can I get a second opinion? No, it's no reason to get a second opinion, because any other doctor is going to tell you the same thing. I work with a great team. We have a great team set up, and everybody on my team has looked at this, and we all agree that it's stage 2 cancer. It's 5 centimeters or whatever, and all these good big words that I didn't understand. So again, I was confused. I was scared. I was distraught. I instantly started being depressed. I was calling people and praying, and Lord, send me somebody that's been through this, that can lead me somewhere that'll give me a miracle, that I can get rid of this right now. Praying, Lord, can you take it away right now? Can you get rid of this cancer right now? This can't be me. I'm an athlete. I'm a good guy. I've been a Marine, I'm a disabled veteran now. But I've done it a lot of stuff. I've been a basketball player, football player, a track star, all kind of stuff. And I'm the only one in my family get rectal cancer? What am I doing so wrong? And I'm not gonna say I'm the best eater, but I hadn't been eating, like everybody else. I consider myself, I was in the gym, I was trying to eating chicken breasts and light foods, at that time I think I was 185, and I felt like I was, lifting weights, doing good and keeping in shape, considering, I suffer from lower lumbar disease called spondylolisthesis. I suffer from patellofemoral syndrome in my knees. But considering those ailments and stuff like that, I still was active and trying to keep myself right. But okay, back to when he told me. I went home and I mourned and cried, and I screamed out to God, and I instantly thought of death. Just like anybody else, we instantly think of death when somebody starts talking about cancer. The first thing we think about, oh man, somebody gonna die. Even when I told somebody, man, they diagnosed me with cancer, the first thing they go, oh, oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh man. They go, ooh. Everybody. You tell somebody you got cancer, the first thing they go, oh. But it is not a death sentence. When they tell you that, that's your body. When you got cancer, that's your body telling you something wrong. It's time to do some work. It's time to make a change. It's time to change your life, your stress level, your mental, your spiritual, your eating ways, your habits, the things you do, how you treat people, your relationship with God. It's a whole bunch that the word cancer is telling you. That's the way I'm gonna say it. Like I said, and these gonna be a lot of opinions, and a lot of people gonna come at me and say you don't know what you're talking about. This is wrong or whatever. I'm telling my story because it's time. I've been going a long time and not telling my story, so I'm gonna jump right back quick again. Like I said, their plan after they told me December 2021, 28 days of radiation and chemotherapy, the pills, a pill called capecitabine or whatever, and I think they gave me the generic version. I was at a hospital that wasn't giving me the best treatment. For 28 days, I did radiation because I got scared. People were telling me the best thing is to listen to those doctors. The doctors know what they talking about. They care about you. This and that and this. You just another client. You just another customer. They got hundreds and thousands of customers coming in and out and probably don't even remember your name after you left. They might, but they got hundreds and hundreds coming back to back. Now for 28 days, I gave my life up to them. And when you go in there, you got to sign your life away. I finally prayed and said, God, I'm going to go ahead and do what I got to do because I don't know no other way. I couldn't find nobody. I wasn't blessed to see or talk to nobody that had it or anybody that had any concoctions or remedies that could get rid of it. I didn't know none of that. I was searching for somebody, and I even asked the doctor, can you give me somebody that has had this? That, somebody that I can talk to make me feel comfortable, somebody that's went through this, and they promised me, yes, we're going to find somebody. We've done this before. I've done over 2,500 studies, and throughout our studies, this is the best plan, and we're going to get you somebody to talk to. I'm still waiting on that person. I'm still waiting on that person to talk to, and I'm going to tell you why I think it is. This disease, from what I've Googled and researched, only 4% of people in the world ever get rectal cancer. 4%. Now, if it's 4% in the world, I'm in Memphis, Tennessee. How much is the percentage right here in Memphis, Tennessee? Think about that. If it's 4% of billions, what percentage of people do you think that doctor who was telling me, I'll find you somebody, I got somebody that you can talk to, we need to get to this as quick as possible. I didn't even know how fast, a rapid pace that it grew. I didn't know nothing about it. I was just stunned that they told me I had cancer. And they knew that. But all they kept saying is, let's go. We need to get this going. So I went through the Christmas holidays, sad, which was part of the plan, killing my immune system. My mind was gone. I couldn't fight. I was down. I didn't want to fight. I stayed in the bed. I laid in the bed crying, and asking God why, screaming out mad, why? Why me? Wondering what I'm gonna do. All I kept thinking about is, well, I want to be here for my kids. My plan was to be here till I'm 80, 90 years old, and die peacefully and go to sleep, and my kids and everybody around the bed or whatever. But now I got to die at 52 years old. 51, 52-year old, 53 years old. That's all I kept thinking. I'm getting ready to die. So what do I do? So throughout those holidays, I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to be seen. It was embarrassing. I felt miserable. It was really embarrassing because I was like, even to my friends, I didn't want to tell nobody. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to hurry up and get going on whatever plan that they had. So here go the plan. Come March 2022, I'm looking around for somebody to help me, and I still can't find nobody that's been through this. So I go on into the doctor, and the first person the doctor I go to is the radiology doctor. Now let's talk about the radiology doctor. I go in, this radiology doctor, the hygiene is just terrible. Look bad. And like I said, I don't want to talk about nobody. I'm not downing anybody, but for this to be my radiologist, and the way the office looked, and the way where I was, it looked like I was in a dungeon. It seemed like I was somewhere in a place that they take sick people to die. And I had to sign all these papers. And these papers are to give your life up to them, to do whatever they want to do to you, to do whatever they want to do to you while you under their care. Some of the sheets say, I'm aware that my heart could bust, my gallbladder could fail, pancreas, my kidneys could be shattered, I could have a heart attack. I'm aware that my penis might not work in some months. I might not never have no babies again. It's going to cut off my sperm. I'm aware of all this stuff. And they just shoving the papers in my face. This states that that this could happen and this could happen. Your kidneys can fail. And, throughout our studies, this just doesn't happen. But we have to get you to sign. So just to say that we informed you of this. The old whammy right in your face. And I'm still scared, so I'm like, okay, just get going. Sign this. And not thinking about all these side effects that can happen from just the radiation. Now, this is just the first 28 days, man. These pain pills are not working. Okay, so I'm going to try to get through this story, man. I'm going to go a couple more minutes, and then we're going to go to part 2. Like I said, I'm going to tell my story, and I hope y'all stay with me, man, because this is a crazy journey I'm on, and I'm still fighting it. I'm still fighting it right here this morning. What is it, 5:30 in the morning? And, man, I'm in so much pain, and I'm in so much pain because I waited so long to even go through what I'm going through with an abscess. How did we get here to an abscess when they've been telling me it's a tumor? Them other doctors at the other hospital been telling me I'm getting ready to die again. This tumor is growing at a fast pace, and come to find out it's an abscess. I'm mad as hell still. I was really upset when I found out that it was an abscess, and all this time I've been suffering through pain and misery. If anybody out there ever had an abscess, it's like a toothache that you can't get rid of, but in another spot, wherever the abscess is. And Coincidentally, mine right there by my rectum, so it was easy for them to continue to say it was a tumor. But it was on top, on my buttocks, on the left side. But it was so close to my rectum to where those doctors kept telling me that it was a tumor. And I couldn't even put it together that inside my rectum is where they showed me the tumor the last time, the first time in 2021. It was inside my rectum. And what was happening this time is on the outside. It started out a lump and it started growing, and it was a big, lump, like a big bump that felt like it wanted to bust and a lot of pressure, but it wouldn't bust. So it's been giving me so much pain throughout my back, throughout my spine, throughout my legs, feeling like sciatica pain. If anybody out there ever had sciatica pain, running down my legs and my buttocks, I've been soaking, I've been putting heat pads, icy hot, fast freeze, all kind of stuff, man, to soothe this pain. And I've been enduring, man, enduring, fighting, crying, kicking, hollering, screaming out to God, why ain't you listening? When you coming? Because I've been in that much pain, man. The same pain I'm in now, but I'm in pain now because I had surgery Thursday, and I'm praying that, they say a couple of days to a week or eight days or something, the pain goes down. So I know why I'm in pain now from the surgery that I just had. But I don't want to move too fast. I'm going to go back to when I was signing those papers. I signed my life over to them, telling them whatever they do, whatever happens, happens. And I signed it. And we got on the road. 28 days. 28 days. I went in and said, I'm finna be a champ. I'm finna be strong. I've always been a warrior. I've always been a fighter. But at that time, I felt the weakest I had ever been in my life. But I was ready for the fight. And I was ready to do it and try to get rid of it however they said that they was going to do it. Let's do it. So they started with 28 days of chemo and radiation. And from the very first week of starting the radiation, would you know the machine broke down? The radiation machine that's supposed to save me, that's supposed to give me the radiation that shrinks the tumor inside, that's 5 centimeters or however big that they say it was, that's supposed to help shrink it. That machine broke down the very first week that I started taking radiation. And keep in mind, I got 28 more days of this. 28 more days. And man, it started out, I didn't feel nothing, a lot of pain. They told me, they warned me that, in a couple weeks it's going to start burning, because that radiation is just burning your insides. It's burning your organs. It's burning the rectum. It's sending a laser or whatever that is, feeling like a red hot scalding poker. Somebody would have set a sword in a fire that's shoving it up your butt. They're shoving it up in your rectum, back and forth. And you get out and you got to deal with that pain all day, all night until the next day. Now, this is just the beginning. And we going into another story. So I'm going to cut it down right here because I don't want to bore y'all. I'm going to come back with my next story, part 2. And we going to go on this journey together. And I want y'all to know what happened to me. And I'm going to tell y'all every little bit of that I can remember. And I hope I help somebody. And I hope somebody else be able to fight against what's going on with them. And eventually take matters into their own hands. Because after that 28 days, I quit. I quit, man. I quit the 28 days of radiation. They said that they recommend 84 more days of chemo. I was like, the hell with y'all. The hell with y'all. I'm ready to die. And I'm trying to I find another way. And I leaned on God and I said, God, I'm not supposed to die like this. I'm not supposed to be suffering. I'm not supposed to be feeling like I'm getting killed and dying to be saved. I shouldn't have to feel like I'm dying to be cured. And them telling me in the end is no, I won't be cured anyway. Even if it shrank all the way, it's a chance that it can come back. There's always a chance that it can come back. So no matter what I did, it was a chance that it can come back. And again, we gonna go step by step, and we gonna take it slow, because like I said, I'm skipping a lot of stuff. I'm skipping a lot of things that happen. But when I come back, we gonna talk about it. You're gonna get into what happened to me after those 28 days. I actually did find a blessing. I end up finding a blessing. And I end up fighting my way, fighting God's way, fighting the natural way. And I'm going to tell y'all what happened. And I'm going to tell y'all what the doctor said. And I'm going to tell y'all how they acted. And I'm going to tell y'all how they treated me and the things that they said. And I'm going to tell y'all my journey. And like I said, I hope y'all stick with me and enjoy the story. Hope it helps somebody. And I hope anybody out there that's suffering, you have my prayers. God bless you. If you thinking that you're going to die, don't think you're going to die. Think positive. Think strong. Hang in there. Pray. Ask God to bless you with somebody like me that might be able to help you through. Bless you with somebody that I ended up with. A holistic doctor that took me from the beginning, and that was so motivated and like he was like Jesus to me. And he was upset when he saw me, and he knew that they had broke me down and beat me and tore up my body. And he was willing to step in and help me build back up. I went from 185 down to maybe 150 during that 28 days. To where I still was feeling beat and broken. But oh God, I got lifted up. And I fought my way back. And we gonna go through that story. And then we gonna go through the story of me being broken down again to the point I am now. This morning, hurting like hell, man. Hurting like hell because of a whole lot. A whole lot that I've been through. A whole lot of information that I got from them. Thinking that I got cancer again. And I don't know if I got cancer again. I don't know if the C word is back. I don't know if a tumor is back. But I'm going to find out because I'm seeing another doctor right now. So we going to even get that part. You know, we going to get that story. We going to get we going to go back to after I finish those 28 days of radiation. And we going to take it slow because, like I said, I can't get it all on my mind right now. I just know I wanted to do a video this morning because, like I said, I was watching that guy and he said, man, just pick up a phone and start telling your story. Somebody want to hear it. And I know somebody with cancer, somebody with a prostate cancer, somebody with breast cancer, somebody with bone cancer, whatever, brain cancer, whatever kind of cancer it is. There's a way, and it's God's way. So I'm gonna wrap it up right here, and I'm gonna come back, man. Like I said, I'm trying to stay in good spirits, but I'm in so much pain, and I guess I'm gonna have to take me another pain pill and lean back and rest. And y'all come back and follow me. And like they say, what they say, subscribe. Hit the like button, subscribe, like they be saying on them other videos, and so you can stay with me and see other stuff like this or whatever they say. Like I said, I'm new, man. This is my first time, and I'm gonna give y'all to it. I'm gonna give it to y'all raw, and I'm gonna mess up, and I ain't gonna be sugarcoating nothing. I want y'all to hear it out and listen, because you can beat it. You can beat it. And I did it the first time. And then this second time, I did it to myself. I let myself slip because I went back to living like I was living and eating what I was eating, drinking and smoking and doing whatever I wanted to do, ungodly things. But we gonna get into all that. Hit the like button, subscribe, be back, come back and check me out for part 2, because I'm going to tell y'all what happened after them 28 days, after I quit, after I went seeking on my own. And we going to take this journey together. So y'all be blessed. My name is Lucius. I'll talk to y'all real soon. I'm out. God bless.